What's good, y'all? When I say P, I mean profit. When I say S, I mean see. You dig what I'm saying, baby? Now let's keep it moving. Follow the feng shui. You dig it? Bienvenue en podcast Z, man. And today I want to talk about on this episode 53 is destiny. Destiny is a term or a contract that we all get assigned. And your destiny can only be fulfilled by you. Nobody else can take your destiny. Nobody else can swap your destiny. Nobody else can be you. You came down here born as a male or born as a female. When you came out of your mama's cootie cat, whatever you want to call it, I don't want you to anyway. When you came out of there, the doctor said, it's a boy or it's a girl. That's what the doctor said. That's what the doctor said. Nothing else. So when you realize your destiny is only up to you to fulfill, you are responsible for your life. I was young. When I was 19 years old, I made a decision to not blame nobody else for my life. When I was 19 years old, I told myself that I'm not going to be a victim to my circumstances. I'm not going to be a victim to losses. I'm not going to be a victim to misfortune. I'm not going to be a victim to nothing outside of me that I cannot control. So as 19 and as I got older and older and older, right? Throughout the years, I've invested into myself. A book I recommend for y'all to read is Rich Dad Poor Dad. Throughout the years, I've read books. Throughout the years, I've meditated. Throughout the years, I've prayed. Throughout the years, I've fasted. So what does all that mean? What that means is I'm going to get to my destiny faster than you might. I'm going to get to my destiny faster than the next person. Why is that? Because I put in the work. This is why I said on my last episode, effort. You know what I mean? You cannot be at a certain age, at a certain time, and still looking at somebody outside of you, like somebody physically outside of you, and you looking directly at them and you're saying they're the problem. We're in 2026. You cannot look at somebody dead in their face and say they're the problem no more. The era I come from an era where two niggas is ready to shoot and kill each other. And then once one of them is dead from a drive-by or a shootout, whatever the case, once one of them is dead, now the other person is still uploading music. They still successful. They doing their thing, right? But now they still got to go on about life with blood on their hands. And whole entire time, that person was never really an enemy. Now, unless somebody done killed one of your family members, unless somebody done shot one of your family members, unless somebody done shot, killed, robbed, or did something to you or your family, you have no beef. You have no problems with nobody. What does that mean? You should not be worried about nobody else. You should not be worried about what somebody else is trying to do to you, because the fact that you even thinking about that, you're giving that power. If you want to manifest your destiny, you need to give your destiny power. You cannot give friends power over your life. You cannot give your girlfriend or your boyfriend power over your life. I'm in my own place right now. The lease is in my name, right? I did not give power to my girlfriend. I did not give power to my mama, my brother. I didn't give power to nobody to be in this situation right now. To be here with y'all on this microphone right now on this podcast, I did not give power to anybody. I did not make anybody around me a god and told them that they're going to fix my problems and solve my problems. Everything you see and hear from me right now on this microphone is because I solved my own fucking problems. I didn't look for nobody to save me. I didn't look for nobody to preach to me. I'm on the microphone talking to y'all, preaching to y'all, but I didn't have this. When I was going through misfortune and mishaps and fucking fuck ups after losses and shit and pain in my heart, things that happened outside of me that I felt neglected for. I felt abandoned for. I did not look at the situation and be like, well, this is what it is for me. This is what it means. I'm not meant to get love because every time I try to be in a relationship, it don't work out. I didn't tell myself something that I cannot control is the reason why I'm not able to fulfill love in my life. If you want love in your life, you want riches in your life, you want anything in your life, what you need to do is take control. And that means take control of your mind. Take control of how you think. Anybody can stand around me and my thoughts will not change because nobody in my head. Nobody in my head for real. Ain't nobody in your head for real. The only person in your head is you. The only voices you got in your motherfucking head is you. So whatever voices you got in your head playing over and over and over and over and over again like a cassette tape, that's you. That's all on you. That ain't got shit to do with nobody else. When you go to sleep at night, when you close your eyelids don't really close. Your eyes don't like shut. It's like a fish. Fish don't have eyes to close. They still have them open. When you close your eyelids, your eyes are still open. So that means whatever thoughts you got in your mind in that bed is your thoughts. You cannot blame nobody else for why your life looks the way it looks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm older than 19 now. But even when I was 19, I always had the mindset of, I'm not going to look around and be like, this is my life. This is my destiny. Your destiny is only determined on how bad you really want it, man. I'm telling you, your life is determined on how bad you really want it. You know what I mean? You got to really pray about this. You got to really ask God for help because that's the only person you're going to get help from. Being real with you, that's the only person who going to really look at you and accept you without judgment. You should already be accepting yourself and acknowledging yourself without judgment. Because if you busy judging yourself, right? You're not trying to fulfill your destiny. You busy judging yourself. That's a voice in your head. You know that, right? Judgment is a voice in your head. Criticism is a voice in your head. Abandonment, you being abandoned is a voice in your head. Being neglected, it's a voice in your head. All this shit is a voice in your fucking head. People are not right in the mind because they got voices in their fucking head that is blocking them from reaching their life. All the voices in my head, I make them motherfuckers shut up. All them voices in my head, I make them motherfuckers shut up. Them voices in my head is not louder than me. Them voices in my head does not have power over me. Them voices in my head they don't have no authority, no nothing. No nothing. And then if you ever was to be in a situation where you met people, right, and people felt like their say was more weight or authoritative over you, that's another easy way to cut a person off. Because anybody that think they can control your life and your destiny, they cannot. Anybody that think they can manage you, they think they can manage you, manage your finances, manage your mental health, manage your health. Anybody that think they can manage you and do better than you, they cannot. Nobody can do better than you because it's your destiny. If everybody could do better than the next, if a person could be better than the next person, then all that means is nobody would be different. Everybody would have the same mission because we all doing the same shit and we all done been on the same level. So now you trying to do what this person was on this level before you. So of course they're going to be ahead of you. And now you in a cycle of comparing yourself because you constantly worry about how the next person doing it better than you. Stop worrying about what people is doing and not doing. Nobody is better than you. Nobody can tell you how to manage your money. Nobody can tell you how to process your thoughts, how to process your feelings. Nobody can do that for you but you. And if a person is claiming to have all the answers, that motherfucker is lying. That motherfucker is crazy and they lying. And I want to end this podcast for y'all. But on this episode, I want y'all to remember. You are in control of your life. Nobody can dictate it for you. Nobody. At 19, I was not even at 19, at 17 years old, before I end this too, at 17 years old, I stopped listening to my mama. I stopped listening to my grandma. I stopped listening to family members. I stopped listening to friends. I stopped listening to a lot of people at a young age because you know what I realized? Bullshit. People just, people just want to talk to you just to seem like they're important. People want to talk to you just to feel like they're important. People want to try to get your attention just to feel like they got more power over you because, oh, I'm doing better than him or I'm doing better than her. So at least I can feel good about myself, right? Because at least I'm not in their situation. Nobody is better than you. When I was homeless, people was like, oh, look at this guy. He walking. He on the side of the street. Oh, he's an unaccomplished, undeveloped man. He's not going to be anything. He doesn't want to go to school. He doesn't want to go get a college. He's undeveloped. So I'm better than him, right? At least I can go to school because I'm better than him, right? At least I can go to school because I'm better than her, right? At least I can go get a trade because I'm better than her, right? Or at least I can go get a trade because I'm better than him, right? Nobody is better than you. I don't know where people start getting that shit from, but nobody is better than you. You are here with a certain contract to fulfill. And if you don't fulfill this contract, you're going to come back in the next lifetime. You're going to come back. And this time you might not come back the same skin tone. You might come back white. You might come back. Who knows? We don't know. But reincarnation is a thing. And I'm saying this on this episode. Do what you need to do in this lifetime because ain't nobody going to do it for you. So stop listening to the person next to you. Stop. If you need to cut everybody off and go ghost on everybody, I did it. I disappeared on everybody. Nobody knew where I went for almost 2-3 years. Nobody knew where I went because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to increase my bag and my mindset and my health. And I'm going to do it every day